Capeville clearance. Good morning. Easy 7285 ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Ural 90584 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Easy 7285 cleared for pushback. Capeville ground. Easy 7285 ready to taxi. Easy 7285 taxi to runway 35 right. Capeville Tower. Easy 7285 ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
KLM 90638 clear to land runway 35 left.
Easy 7285 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Transnorth 1259er cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground. Ural 90584 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Transnorth 1259er taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance. Good morning. Alitalia 3927 ready for pushback at Alpha 1. Alitalia 3927 cleared for pushback.
KLM 90638 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Capeville Tower. Ural 90584 request to cross runway. Ural 90584 continue taxi. Capeville ground. Ural 90584 with you.
Transnorth 1259er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Ural 90584 hold position.
Yellow cab 4776 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Alitalia 3927 taxi to runway 35 right. Ural 90584 continue taxi. Capeville Tower. Good morning. China Southern 5842 is on approach. China Southern 5842 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Cathay 1269er cleared for pushback. Capeville ground. Cathay 1269er ready to taxi. Cathay 1269er taxi to runway 35 right.
KLM 90638 continue taxi. Capeville ground. KLM 90638 with you.
Capeville ground. Yellow cab 4776 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Capeville Tower. Alitalia 3927 ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance. Good morning. Easy 8611 ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
Capeville ground. China Southern 5842 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Yellow cab 4776 continue taxi. Capeville ground. Yellow cab 4776 with you.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Copa 90106 is on approach. Copa 90106 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower. China Southern 5842 request to cross runway. China Southern 5842 continue taxi.
Capeville clearance. Good morning. Pakistan 6219er ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Capeville ground. China Southern 5842 with you.
Capeville clearance. Good morning. Ural 8659er. Ready for pushback at Bravo 5. Easy 8611. Cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower. Good morning. Sky 90554 is on approach. Alitalia 3927 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Cathay 1269er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Sky 90554 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Pakistan 6219er taxi to runway 35 right.
Ural 8659er taxi to runway 35 right.
Copa 90106 continue taxi.
Easy 8611 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville ground Copa 90106 with you.
Asiana 4597 cleared for pushback.
Ural 8659er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capitol ground Asiana 4597 ready to taxi. Asiana 4597 taxi to runway 35 right.
Copa 90106 hold position.
Capeville ground Sky 90554 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower good afternoon. Germania 6262 is on approach. Pakistan 6219er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Easy 8611 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Germania 6262 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Sky 90554 continue taxi. Capeville ground Sky 90554 with you.
Copa 90106 continue taxi.
Asiana 8322 clear to land runway 35 left. Air Canada 3353 taxi to runway 35 right.
Eva 2771 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Air Canada 3353 ready for takeoff runway 35 right. Air Canada 3353 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Asiana 4597 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Eva 2771 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville ground Germania 6262 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Capeville clearance. Good afternoon. Korean 5343 ready for pushback at Charlie 4. Korean 5343 cleared for pushback.
Asiana 8322 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Capeville ground Korean 5343 ready to taxi.
Finnair 5720 clear to land runway 35 left.
Korean 5343 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capitol clearance. Good afternoon. Air Transat 1219 ready for pushback at Bravo 2. Air Transat 1219 cleared for pushback. Capitol Tower. Good afternoon. FedEx 2704 is on approach.
Capeville ground Germania 6262 with you.
Eva 2771 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
FedEx 2704 cleared to land runway 35 left. Air Transat 1219 taxi to runway 35 right.
Iberia 5336 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Berlin 2471 cleared for pushback.
Capeville ground Finnair 5720 taxi to the gates.
Korean 5343 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower Asiana 8322 request to cross runway. Finnair 5720 taxi to gate Charlie 1. Asiana 8322 continue taxi.
Air Transat 1219 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville ground Asiana 8322 with you.
Berlin 2471 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capitol ground FedEx 2704 taxi to the gates.
Kenya 1516 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Malaysian 4129er cleared for pushback. Capeville ground Malaysian 4129er ready to taxi. Malaysian 4129er taxi to runway 35 right.
FedEx 2704 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Capeville ground Iberia 5336 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Finnair 5720 continue taxi.
FedEx 2704, continue taxi.
Capeville Ground, Finnair 5720 with you.
Capeville Ground, FedEx 2704 with you.
Ural 90585, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Singapore 4618 is on approach. Singapore 4618 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Iberia 5336 with you. Berlin 2471 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Ural 90585, taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, Malaysian 4129er ready for takeoff runway 35 right. Malaysian 4129er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Kenya 1516 requesting taxi to the gates. Kenya 1516 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
KLM 90639er cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, Ural 90585, ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Kenya 1516 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Kenya 1516 with you.
Ural 90585, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Singapore 4618 taxi to the gates.
KLM 90639er taxi to runway 35 right.
Singapore 4618 taxi to gate Charlie 3. Capeville Tower, Singapore 4618 request to cross runway. Singapore 4618 continue taxi.
China Southern 5843, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Singapore 4618 with you.
Capeville clearance, Yellow Cab 4777 ready for pushback at Alpha 1.
Air France 2706, cleared to land runway 35 left.
KLM 90639er cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Yellow Cab 4777 ready to taxi.
China Southern 5843, taxi to runway 35 right.
Yellow Cab 4777 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, China Southern 5843, ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Iroquois 6458 cleared to land runway 35 left.
China Southern 5843, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Air France 2706, taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Kenya 199er8 is on approach. Kenya 199er8 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Air France 2706, request to cross runway. Air France 2706, continue taxi.
WestJet 1834 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Air France 2706 with you.
Yellow Cab 4777 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Copa 90107 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Korean 5908 is on approach. Korean 5908 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Copa 90107 ready to taxi. Copa 90107 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Kenya 199er8 taxi to the gates.
Iroquois 6458 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Capeville clearance, Sky 90555, ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Kestrel 6294 clear to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, Iroquois 6458 request to cross runway. Iroquois 6458 continue taxi.
Sky 90555 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Iroquois 6458 with you.
Kenya 19908 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Ground, WestJet 1834 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Sky 90555 taxi to runway 35 right.
Kenya 19908 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Kenya 19908 with you.
Korea 5908 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
WestJet 1834 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, WestJet 1834 with you.
Capeville Ground, Kestrel 62904 requesting taxi to the gates. Kestrel 62904 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Lufthansa 8814 clear to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, Sky 90555 ready for takeoff runway 35 right. Sky 90555 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Germania 6263 ready for pushback at Bravo 5. Finnair 6222 clear to land runway 35 left. Germania 6263 cleared for pushback.
Capeville clearance Asiana 8323 ready for pushback at Bravo 4. Asiana 8323 cleared for pushback. Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Air Canada 4772 is on approach. Air Canada 4772 clear to land runway 35 left.
Germania 6263 taxi to runway 35 right.
Lufthansa 8814 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Asiana 8323 taxi to runway 35 right.
Germania 6263 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Air France 2706 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Iberia 5337 cleared for pushback.
Capeville clearance FedEx 2705 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Asiana 8323 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Finnair 6222 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Iberia 5337 taxi to runway 35 right.
FedEx 2705 cleared for pushback.
Capeville clearance Finnair 5721 ready for pushback at Charlie 1. Capeville Ground Air Canada 4772 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
FedEx 2705 taxi to runway 35 right.
Finnair 5721 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground Air France 2706 taxi to the gates.
Finnair 5721 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Kenya 1517 ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Air France 2706 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Kenya 1517 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Finnair 6222 request to cross runway. Finnair 6222 continue taxi.
Iberia 5337 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Pakistan 90850 is on approach.
Air France 2706 continue taxi.
Pakistan 90850 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Air France 2706 with you.
FedEx 2705 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Ural 90328 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Finnair 6222 with you.
Air Canada 4772 continue taxi. Capeville clearance Singapore 4619 ready for pushback at Charlie 3. Capeville Ground Air Canada 4772 with you. Singapore 4619 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Dynasty 85908 is on approach. Dynasty 85908 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Pakistan 90850, taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Singapore 4619er, taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Ural 90328, taxi to the gates. Ural 90328, taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Transnorth 3634 is on approach.
Pakistan 90850, continue taxi.
Transnorth 3634 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Pakistan 90850 with you. Capeville Tower, Ural 90328, request to cross runway. Ural 90328, continue taxi.
Dynasty 85908 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Capeville Ground, Ural 90328 with you.
Capeville Tower, Singapore 4619er, ready for takeoff runway 35 right. Singapore 4619er, cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Transnorth 3634 taxi to the gates. Transnorth 3634 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Capeville Tower, Dynasty 85908 request to cross runway. Dynasty 85908 continue taxi. Capeville Ground, Dynasty 85908 with you.
Capeville clearance, Korean 5909er, ready for pushback at Bravo 1. Korean 5909er, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, Transnorth 3634 request to cross runway. Transnorth 3634 continue taxi.
Korean 5909er, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground, Transnorth 3634 with you.
Iroquois 6459er, cleared for pushback.
Capeville clearance, Kenya 19er, ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Castro 16905, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, Korean 5909er, request to cross runway.
Transnorth 3634 hold position.
Korean 5909er, continue taxi.
Kenya 19er, cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground, Korean 5909er, with you. Iroquois 6459er, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance, WestJet 1835, ready for pushback at Alpha 3.
Castrol 7348, clear to land runway 35 left.
Kenya 19er, taxi to runway 35 left.
Korean 5909er, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Castrol 62905, taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Austrian 7740 is on approach. Austrian 7740, clear to land runway 35 right.
WestJet 1835, taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, Castrol 62905, request to cross runway. Castrol 62905, continue taxi.
Transnorth 3634 continue taxi.
Capeville Ground, Castrol 62905 with you.
Kenya 19er, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Aegean 35908 is on approach. Aegean 35908, clear to land runway 35 right.
Lufthansa 88. Cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Alaska 90714 is on approach. Alaska 90714, clear to land runway 35 right.
Lufthansa 8815, taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground, Castrol 7348, requesting taxi to the gates. Capeville Tower, Castrol 62905, ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Castrol 7348, taxi to gate Alpha 1. Castrol 62905, cleared for takeoff runway 35 left. Capeville Ground, Aegean 35908, requesting taxi to the gates. Kestrel 7348 continue taxi. Aegean 35908 taxi to gate Alpha.
Lufthansa 8815 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Indonesia 90786 is on approach. Indonesia 90786 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Ground Kestrel 7348 with you. Alaska 90714 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville clearance Finnair 6223 ready for pushback at Charlie 4. Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Asiana 6058 is on approach. Asiana 6058 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance Air France 2707 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Air Transat 3072 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Air France 2707 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 90786 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Capeville Ground Finnair 6223 ready to taxi.
KLM 2764 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Air France 2707 taxi to runway 35 left.
Air Canada 4773 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground Asiana 6058 taxi to the gates.
Air Transat 2700 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Finnair 6223 taxi to runway 35 left. Asiana 6058 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Air Canada 4773 taxi to runway 35 right.
Asiana 6058 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Capeville Tower, good afternoon. Dynasty 85. Is on approach.
Air Transat 3072 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Dynasty 8598 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Capeville Tower Asiana 6058 request to cross runway. Asiana 6058 continue taxi. Capeville Tower Finnair 6223 ready for takeoff runway 35 left. Finnair 6223 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
WestJet 5572 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville Ground Asiana 6058 with you.
Capeville Tower Air Canada 4773 ready for takeoff runway 35 right.
Austrian 7740 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Air Canada 4773 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Pakistan 90851 ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Air Transat 2700 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Capeville clearance Ural 90329 ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Dynasty 8598 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Pakistan 90851 cleared for pushback. Ural 90329 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Ground Austrian 7740 taxi to the gates.
WestJet 5572 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Capeville Ground Pakistan 90851 ready to taxi. Ural 90329 taxi to runway 35 left. Pakistan 90851 taxi to runway 35 left.
Austrian 7740 requesting taxi to the gates. Austrian 7740 taxi to gate Alpha 2. KLM 2764 cleared to land runway 35 left.
WestJet 5572 hold position.
Capeville Tower Austrian 7740 request to cross runway. Austrian 7740 continue taxi. Capeville Ground Austrian 7740 with you.
Capeville Tower, Ural 90329er, ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
WestJet 5572 continue taxi.
Pakistan 90851 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
KLM 2764 is going around.
Ural 90329er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
WestJet 5572 continue taxi. Capeville ground WestJet 5572 with you.
Trans North 3635 cleared for pushback. Capeville ground Trans North 3635 ready to taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Easy 8516 is on approach. Easy 8516 clear to land runway 35 left.
Trans North 3635 taxi to runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Flyby 8338 is on approach. Flyby 8338 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville clearance Aegean 359er ready for pushback at Alpha 3. Aegean 359er cleared for pushback. Kestrel 7349er cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Trans North 3635 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville ground Aegean 359er ready to taxi. Aegean 359er taxi to runway 35 left. Kestrel 7349er taxi to runway 35 left.
Trans North 3635 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville ground easy 8516 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Capeville ground Flyby 8338 taxi to the gates.
Capeville clearance Alaska 90715 ready for pushback at Alpha 4.
Easy 8516 continue taxi.
Aegean 359er continue taxi.
Capeville ground easy 8516 with you.
Capeville ground Aegean 359er with you.
Air France 4856 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Aegean 359er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Flyby 8338 continue taxi.
Kestrel 7349er cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville ground Flyby 8338 with you.
Alaska 90715 taxi to runway 35 left.
Malaysian 1244 clear to land runway 35 right.
Indonesia 90787 cleared for pushback.
Capeville Tower Alaska 90715 request to cross runway.
Indonesia 90787 taxi to runway 35 left.
Alaska 90715 continue taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Swiss 1382 is on approach. Swiss 1382 cleared to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground Alaska 90715 with you.
Capeville Tower Indonesia 90787 request to cross runway.
Alaska 90715 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. Air Austral 6732 is on approach. Air Austral 6732 clear to land runway 35 left.
Capeville ground Indonesia 90787 with you. Air France 4856 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Air Transat 3073 cleared for pushback.
Malaysian 1244 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Capeville Tower Indonesia 90787 ready for takeoff runway 35 left.
Capeville Tower, good evening. FedEx 1972 is on approach. FedEx 1972 clear to land runway 35 left.
Air Transat 3073 taxi to runway 35 right.
Asiana 6059er cleared for pushback.
Capeville clearance Air Transat 2701 ready for pushback at Bravo 5.
Thai 2450 cleared to land runway 35 right.
Asiana 6059er taxi to runway 35 left. Capeville ground Air Austral 6732 taxi to the gates.
Air Transat 3073 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Indonesia 9787 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
KLM 2764 cleared to land runway 35 right. Capeville Tower, Swiss 1382 request to cross runway.
Air Transat 2701 taxi to runway 35 right.
Capeville clearance Dynasty 8599 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Swiss 1382 continue taxi.
Air Austral 6732 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Capeville ground Swiss 1382 with you.
FedEx 1972 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Capeville Tower. Good evening. Taram 4518 is on approach. Taram 4518 cleared to land runway 35 left.
FedEx 1972 continue taxi. Capeville ground Air Austral 6732 with you. Capeville ground FedEx 1972 with you. Asiana 6059 cleared for takeoff runway 35 left.
Air Transat 2701 cleared for takeoff runway 35 right.
Dynasty 8599 taxi to runway 35 right. Thai 2450 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
KLM 2764 requesting taxi to the gates.
Austrian 7741 cleared for pushback.
WestJet 5573 cleared for pushback.
KLM 2764 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Capeville ground Austrian 7741 ready to taxi.
Capeville Tower, good evening. KLM 8948 is on approach. KLM 8948 clear to land runway 35 left. WestJet 5573 taxi to runway 35 left.